And in recent weeks, Nigeria has been plagued by tanker explosions leading to the tragic loss of lives and destruction of property. The manner of those losses have become inexplicable, especially with the culture of bystanders rushing to scoop fuel from leaking tankers. In this report, senior reporter Ayomide Ajegbe takes a look at the magnitude of these incidences and the burden of safety.
On October 15, 2024, a petrol-laden tanker overturned near Majia village, Taura local government area of Jigawa State, spilled its contents into drainage. The resulting explosion claimed the lives of 181 persons and left 80 individuals hospitalized. Barely 3 months later, on January 18, 2025, another horrific tanker explosion occurred in Diko, Gurara local government area of Niger State. A 60,000-liter petrol tanker detached from its head and exploded, killing at least 86 persons and causing untold suffering. Just a few days ago, a petrol-laden tanker exploded in Ibadan, killing the driver and injuring one other persons. According to reports, the tanker lost control, collided with two other trucks, and overturned into a nearby pit before catching fire. In just 3 months, over 300 lives have been lost to tanker explosions and truck accidents. Questions are being asked if this is just about recklessness of drivers or poverty mentality on the part of citizens scooping fuel or lack of public sensitization campaign. I was at the office of the sector commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Lagos, and he unpacked some of the remote causes of this accident, which has to do with outdated tankers that are not roadworthy and poorly maintained.
Some of these tankers, the materials used in fabricating some of these containers may not have conformed, I use the word may not have conformed with the minimum safety standard. And these, I think we should look inward, not trying to throw blame to any agency or organization, by the Standards Organization of Nigeria to ensure that the manufacturer meets the required standard before being put to use. So, but most people, because of the profit margin they're actually looking for, they fabricate what they call a container, which should naturally have some strength. Unfortunately, when they don't, when events happen, it falls back to them.
Negligent driving practices, bad roads, overloading are all explained as major causes of these disasters, with emphasis on public sensitization and government practices.
If you load from Lagos coming to Abuja, imagine the number of times you will match break due to traffic, due to potholes, and due to diversions. So in the course of doing all that, you would of course find that most of the brake pads are worn out, and it is the trailer and tanker. You keep the tanker and the trailer keep moving left, right, and you imagine what happens.
Let's talk about this driver safety standard. Many a times, people talk of bad roads. People talk of bad weather. It behoves on the driver to know the kind of material or load you are transporting from point A to point B. Liquid flow, when the vehicle is flowing, it tends to counterflow. For example, if you are maneuvering right, the content tends to maneuver left. So you now see a bad road whose shoulder already had gone bad in an attempt to maneuver, dodge something depending on your speed.
Concerns have been raised on communities and residents who have been told to avoid crowding around accident scenes involving tankers, as this increases the risk of casualties in the event of an explosion.
Vehicle falls down, the first thing people will do is to rush. Even if the tank does not open, they force the valves to open the tank and start siphoning fuel. And in the course of doing that, fire catches. So it's very, very, very unfortunate. People should know that life is at stake. their lives, the life of the driver, and the properties. And only God knows where the fuel will spill. So now we have a task ahead of us. Not only us in NATO, not only the drivers, but the general public and the government should sensitize the general public of the danger of, getting close to a vehicle that falls, especially with petroleum products.
To members of the public, when you see such, don't even walk, run away from it. What most people don't know, they look at the liquid and they think it ends at the liquid. There's a vapor on top of that liquid that is traveling faster than the liquid.
As much as there's an outcry to tackle incessant road accidents involving trucks and tankers with a quick fix, experts have raised concerns that there should be a much more longer-term approach with fuel transportation to be used via pipelines instead of road tankers. Ayomedia Jake, TVC News, Lagos.